We're talking the Ally 400 Nashville NASCAR race. Core plays, quick picks. Let's do it. All right, what's up, guys? Kevin Allen here from DFS Army, and we are taking a look at the NASCAR Ally 400 race in Nashville. This is a 400-mile concrete, 400-lap, 400-mile concrete oval, 300 laps in play. And the unique thing is this is a flat intermediate track, so we've got some unique history for flat tracks, but the big thing to note about this style of track is it's really tough to pass other cars. So place differential will come into play, as it always does, for scoring, but bearing in mind it is a track that very tough to pass other cars on. There's also rain in play. We might get a rain delay today, so we'll see what happens there. But the idea of the quick pick show is we're going to take a look at three sort of easy cash plays, my three top cash plays for the slate. We might want to fade some of these guys in tournaments. And then I've got a couple of GPP fades and a couple of GPP plays that I love to give out. So starting at the top, we've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as my first core cash play on the slate. Ricky's been great in intermediate tracks this year. This style of track has been really good to him. He's starting 25th overall. And, you know, in recent track history, he finished as high as 7th place in another intermediate track. So he's been really good intermediate this season. And I like him to outscore his position. I like the price point on Ricky Stenhouse as well, down at 7,100. So Ricky Stenhouse, our first, put him in there, our first core cash play of the week. Next up, this is my favorite play on the entire slate this week, and that's Bubba Wallace. And I want to show you a few different reasons why I like him, but he's priced at 6,500 on DraftKings and starting 30th on this track. Now let's go to the DFS Army research station where I'm going to show you practice times. And note that Bubba, ain't no burger better than a Bubba, was the fastest car in practice by actually quite a little bit, nice little margin. So his best lap, 29.6 seconds, really easily the best in the field, great average times. You could see as his run went on in practice, we saw a lot of the green. So he had a really good run in practice, and he's starting 30th. What's not to like? He's a great cash play. Another interesting component of, where's my research station here, with Bubba is his win odds are significantly better than everybody else in his price range. So he's got, I like him actually as a potential winner here. But if you take a look at Bubba against people in his price range, he's 41 to 1, right? Doesn't seem that great. But everybody else in his salary range, 250 to 1, 100 to 1, 500 to 1, 250 to 1. So Bubba has real win odds in this race. He's starting 30th. He's super cheap. What's not to like about Bubba? Ain't no burger better than a Bubba, I'll tell you right now. All right, next up, we've got, so let's put him in. Bubba Wallace. Next up, in the core, and these are core cash plays, Austin Cindric. Cindric's another driver that's been really, really solid on intermediate tracks, this style of track. We haven't gotten a chance to play Cindric very much this season because if you take a look, you'll see that he's been starting high for most weeks, the 2nd, 6th, 4th. So we haven't gotten a place differential version of a real solid place differential play. See the beginning of the season as well. He was really over qualifying a bit. So we hadn't had much chance to play him all season long. And here we get a little Austin Cindric with some place differential upside. And I loves me some place differential upside. So Austin Cindric is my third core cash play of the week. And of course, the most obvious play on the entire slate. And this one you can consider fading this in tournaments. But in cash games, you're going to lock in Kyle Busch. He was really actually fast in practice. Got a little out of there in the qualifying. Got a little trouble in qualifying. Wind up qualifying 36th overall, which means we're getting intense and insane place differential upside with Kyle Busch here. Now, he's going to be 70% owned. He'll be 90%. He's a free square in your cash game. Free square. Everybody's going to play him. In GPP, he's going to be 60 to 70% owned. And, as the saying goes, what would Bobby Wow do? Bobby Wow tends to fade any driver who's going to be 60 or 70% owned in tournaments. So, if you feel like you want to fade some chalk, I won't unfriend you in that situation. You can kind of fade Kyle Busch. Another piece of chalk that everybody's going to be on this week is Kyle Larson. He absolutely dominated this race the last time it happened, the only time it happened in NASCAR in 2021. I think he led something like 260 laps. That could happen here again. This is a track where whoever gets out front early might just hold that lead for the entire race. It's really tough to pass here. There's no embankment whatsoever. It's super flat. And these type of tracks, you just cannot pass. So place differential is going to be a little more dangerous than usual in tournaments. It's not too dangerous that I'm not going to do it, but just keep it in mind that a lot of these drivers that are starting up towards the front, they're probably going to finish towards the front. It's just how it goes in this style of track. It's not easy to pass. Even fast cars have a hard time passing each other. A lot of what will cause drivers to move up and back is going to be related to pit strategy and just success, pitting, pit speeds, all of that good stuff. Well, we do not expect a ton of carnage, although this generation of vehicle has been surprising us, and it's occasionally been just high carnage when it's not expected. So keep that in mind. Now, for some tournament plays that I love. Again, the first tournament play I'm going to say is just fade Kyle Larson. Everybody's going to be on. Same thing with Kyle Busch. You can fade Kyle Busch in tournaments. Doesn't seem smart. Doesn't seem like it's going to work. But that's what you do in tournaments. Fade the chalk, fade the high ownership. So both Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson, especially Kyle Larson, are fadeable in tournaments. Obviously, he could smash, but that's what we do in tournaments. You don't want to take the obvious path, because even if he smashes and you have him, probably too many other people have him for you to win anyway. You ain't winning anyway. So you might as well get different in tournaments. So a couple of ways I love getting different in tournaments today. Number one, I don't know how different this one is, but Ross Chastain, I just play him every week. Trackhouse. Ross Chastain looks great every single week. I can't remember a race recently where he didn't threaten or lead some laps or have some fast laps or whatever. So Ross Chastain's just been incredible this season. He's starting 7th. I don't mind the price point, and yeah, I'm playing Ross Chastain. Now my ultimate GPP play and my pick to win the race, I like the odds. Christopher Bell. Starting 9th, he's been spectacular on intermediate tracks all season long. He's been sort of a top 10 machine, and JGR just is looking fast and better this week. So overall, love the JGR cars, and Christopher Bell should not be high owned here. He's kind of nondescript. I don't think he's going to carry much ownership, and I love him in tournaments. And my outside crazy, insane GPP play of the week is going to be Eric Almarola. And you want to talk about somebody that will go unowned. We talked about Suarez last week, and we did really well with that. Almarola will be unowned, but he's actually been spectacular on flat tracks. He's a bit of a flat track specialist historically. I don't think a lot of people know it. He started in 11th, which is not a good starting spot. It does not inspire confidence, but it's cheap enough at 7,500 that if he is able to finish in the top 10 or top 8 range, he should absolutely do enough to find his way into that nuts lineup on a race like this, as crazy as that sounds. So for your ultimate crazy GPP play that no one will take, let me check ownership on him here. I'm actually really curious where we have his ownership. Let's see. Almarola. All the way down. There you go. Very low owned, sub 10% ownership. So Eric Almarola for your insane GPP play of the week. Good luck this week, everyone. Of course, if you want access to the Domination Station Optimizer, the best NASCAR projections in the industry, and the full length, full blast, 1.5 hour meandering car by car, driver by driver breakdown, as well as cheat sheets, notes for every single race, go get signed up at DFS Army using promo code Geek. You could sign up for our NASCAR only subscription and get the best NASCAR breakdowns in the industry. Good luck this week, and we'll see you at the top of the leaderboards. Deuces.